Hey everyone, it's Peek. Welcome back to the channel today, and welcome back to another Pokemon Unite video. Today, I'm actually going to be showcasing a game that I was playing with my brother, just, kind of casually chilling in the ranked queues with him, hanging out. And it was a really interesting game because it actually showcased how the Zapdos debuff works and like how painful it is actually. So I kind of want to just play through this game, talk through this game from a strategy perspective. Obviously not like the highest ranked of people in this match, but still pretty good match. And just especially at the end, you'll see very interesting shenanigans there, and you kind of see how rough the Zapdos buff can actually be. So anyway, just classic start off here. I've really been enjoying going Water Shuriken Greninja in lane. I think it's really strong personally. It's really just good for poking people out in lane. And of course, I do kind of suffer the early death here, very painful, but nothing we can't recover from. But yeah, just me playing a little bit too aggro there. It happens, it happens all the time, especially when you're laning. I do enjoy playing lane though, and for the reason I'm about to say, you're gonna laugh because I literally just died, but I feel like a lot of people enjoy the jungle role, just because it's maybe a little easier to do. It's very straightforward. You get a lot of experience points. You get a huge advantage pretty much across the board on everything you do. But if you're in lane, you don't get the same luxury that people do as they go in the jungle. You don't get as much experience. You're kind of always playing from behind in terms of versus their jungler. You see we catch the nice little secure with the bubble on the Vespiquen there, even though it's really tough for us to kind of take these. Oh. That's right, I forgot. I actually got knocked out by the core fish there, but we get the kill on Slowbro. And yeah, it's something you gotta watch out for, is that wild Pokemon damage is especially painful at the early stages of the game, but even at late stages of the game, this can be an actual real problem. Getting hit by wild Pokemon as you're walking by. You have to really plan your pathing to make sure you don't get hit by it. So, of course, I did notice that our jungle was up for a very long time, so, some people would get really mad at me for doing this, but I call this confiscating the jungle. And I'm not trying to be toxic with it either. I'm just like, there's so much experience available on the map at any given time. And if we have those jungle buffs up for a very long time, like we've had, and I knew that our Haunter was just kind of taking the middle core fish, which is fine. He's securing all 4 of those, which is really good for our team. But, those buffs need to be taken pretty much on cooldown. As I mentioned in previous videos, I mean, you guys have seen me do this before. I don't think I have to explain myself. But yeah, there's a reason for it, and you'll see why it's so important to get these buffs, because they're so strong in combat right now. So you see we're getting counter ganked by the Absol here. I do have double buffs though, and my focus band just activated, so I have a lot of healing. So at this point I'm like, okay, I can play a little bit further up and just kind of see what we can do here. We do have 3 people up here, and the Drednaw is about to spawn, so it's actually really good for us to have so many people up here, especially now that I just got level 7 thanks to all those buffs. But eventually I do kind of go down here to the Absol just critting me there. But yeah, so a bit unfortunate there. I can't even remember what we were kind of trying to do there. I think the whole idea was that, we have 3 up here, and, we see our teammates are going 3-man versus 2 down in the bottom side to get the Drednaw, and at this point, I'm just kind of hoping they get it, which they do, thankfully. So that's good. The Absol and the rest of the people who were just chilling 3-man top lane trying to kill us and try and push their advantage up there kind of missed out on the Drednaw. So that was kind of what we were trying to do here, pressure the top side in order to keep both the Absol as well as Slowbro and Ninetales up here. So we were successful in doing that, thankfully, and it kind of worked out. So again, you're going to see the crazy Water Shuriken damage here. It's just so insane. Like, Slowbro has so much health and so much recovery, but we're just easily able to shred him with a combination of just Water Shuriken plus the melee auto attacks boosted. And I did know that they were kind of going towards Rotom up here. But again, just like, you're able to get so many last hits with Water Shuriken because it is longer range than, some of your other things like the auto attacks and stuff. And it just like the ability that you have to just walk away and do so much damage while you're walking away, and also regenerating your health with Water Shuriken. It's a beautiful skill, you guys. If you haven't tried it, of course, I kind of miss my Shurikens here, which is why we don't get the kill instantly, but I'm able to, do this. We were trying to get extra points here to score the goal. I actually remember this too. We're getting a little greedy, trying to get a big overcap. But of course, the respawn times are so low, so I think I get interrupted here, right? Yeah, I think so. So I was hoping that we would get the score here, but you know, as I said, we get a little greedy. Unfortunately, we're not able to get it. But again, Water Shuriken doing so much damage here just on this point to both the Ninetales and Slowbro. We actually end up killing them again, which is crazy. So we do get the 21 overcap there. I am able to just hit some Water Shurikens on there to get some distance and some slow on the Absol, so they basically can't attack me. The thing about Water Shuriken is you really need to play off that slow, especially against assassins like that, like Absol. If the movement speed of an Absol or like any sort of speedster like a Zeraora is reduced, it makes it really difficult for them to come in, because they really rely on being able to engage quickly and stuff like that. Right now, I'm just waiting for the Surf to come out from Slowbro at this point and just trying to poke at range from Shuriken, right? And you see, by using double teams and vulnerability frames, I do actually dodge the knockup and the final damage, which is the biggest damage of the Absol ultimate there. So really nice thing about double team. Some of you may be asking like why I'm going double team recently, and the real answer is just because it's fun, but also hitting those very clutch invulnerability frames, like dodging the final damage of the Absol ult there, like I did, really helps me stay in this fight and just kind of stay alive and stay healthy throughout it. So I didn't quite get the damage there on the buff there, but we're gonna pick that up. I do think my Gengar is kind of toast here, so at this point I'm just thinking, oh, I'm gonna try and score, but you know, I will encounter this alone Ninetales. However, I do dodge with double team, again, the invulnerability frames. I dodge the damage and the CC from her Dazzling Gleam. Unfortunately, she gets the last hit on the Vespiquen, but you know, that's kind of how it goes. We are getting pushed in topside, but not too many points, just 10 from Greninja. So really just looking to catch a pickup here. I do know that I think I'm a level up on him. Oh no, I'm just about to be level 13. So I will be a level up on this Greninja, and I have two teammates on here. So yeah, he's going to use his ultimate, which unfortunately, as I've mentioned before, Greninja's ultimate is just really not great at all. So that kind of happens. But yeah, so he just dies instantly when he uses it, and that's just the unfortunate state of Greninja's Unite move right now. But of course, Greninja is very strong otherwise. I'm pretty sure I die here. Oh no, I try and get out with my Unite. I think I can though, because even though Charizard gets unstoppable status during his Unite move, so he doesn't get affected by the slow from Shuriken. I do get extra movement speed from Shuriken, so I think I'm just out of range of his Seismic Slam. Maybe if you're a Charizard player, you can correct me. Maybe I was in range and they just didn't press it. But I think they use it other times in this match, so I'm pretty sure they know how to use it, but I'm not positive actually. So here's the big kicker, and here's kind of why I wanted to showcase this match today. It is, as you see, Water Shuriken shredding this Drednaw, absolutely ripping through it. We have a fat level lead, and we get the last hit. Oh, this is actually quite nice right here. I throw a blind Shuriken. I mean, obviously, like, you kind of figured they're walking back towards their base, but you know, the more and more you play Greninja, the more and more you kind of know where people are going to go with their smoke screen. That's just an advantage that I have from playing so much smoke screen. And at this point, I know that Charizard is going to jump over. I saw him over there, and I'm just waiting at this point because I really have a feeling. And you see I'm even preparing a boosted auto attack, which I can then use immediately because I knew he was coming over. There it is. So pretty funny play there. We are able to get a very easy pick on the Charizard there, just waiting in that bush. Because I had vision of him, a lot of times people will jump over that jump pad in the last 2 minutes. You really want to be careful on doing that though, because of course a lot of people like myself will be waiting there to just blow you up the second you launch down. And you see it was very easy for us to do, even with a fairly high HP character like Charizard. So my teammates have started the Zapdos. I don't exactly agree with this decision, but we do have a lot of damage via Water Shuriken for this fight, and it's keeping us healthy. You'll see we're getting so much sustain. I do unfortunately miss my cooldown entirely there, but thankfully Confusion just hit so much freaking damage. Or maybe that was Psychic actually. I'm not actually sure what Mr. Mime hit him with, but and here's the coin toss. As you can see, we're doing like barely any damage to the Zapdos, and that's the thing, guys. It took us so long to kill that Zapdos because we had the Drednaw or the Zapdos debuff from killing that Drednaw in the last 5 seconds. So like our Zapdos debuff actually just expired now because we killed it like right at the 2 minutes mark. So it was really risky of us to take that Zapdos. And even though we were getting kills left and right, it proved so difficult for us, right, to be able to damage that Zapdos and do enough damage to it to kill it in time. And at that point, it was a coin flip. Like, the Absol could have last hit it with a crit if they just would have, you know, probably hit the minion attack button. I'm not sure. But yeah, that was definitely a coin flip there at the end, and very, very dicey. So, of course, we do end up taking the Zapdos and secure our lead by a lot. I think probably we could have defended against the Zapdos, even with, like, how far ahead we were, but you never know, right? I think the biggest takeaway is, like, how long that Zapdos fight took. I'm gonna play that back just so you guys can see, like, how long it took for us to damage the Zapdos. Like, it was actually going down so slow. We were basically all hitting it. I was kind of trying to zone people with water shurikens, so we weren't doing as much damage as we could. But near the end there, I was starting to attack it, and just we were doing like no damage, because we were doing literally half the damage, 55% damage reduction on that Zapdos debuff, like I talked in yesterday's video. So just something to be aware of. You can obviously still win games with it, but this really showed how difficult it is to hit the Zapdos and do enough damage to it, even if you're getting kills left and right. Like, we were dominating that last team fight, right? But because of the short respawn timers for the enemy team, and because we just had such a fat damage reduction for all the damage we were doing to Zapdos, it was really tough for us to close out that game in a safe way, which, you know, the way we closed it out was not safe, because there were like 2 or 3 people in the Zapdos pit there at the end, and thankfully we get the last hit. But you know, you never know how that's gonna go. So anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed. That Zapdos debuff is again kind of cringe, but it is in the game, so it's something we gotta play around and something we gotta be more mindful of in the future in these games. So hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Thanks so much for watching. Join the Discord if you haven't already. There's a ton of great people there, always finding games and just matchmaking for ranked, even normal queues, and sometimes I even hop in for some like matches with you guys. So that's a great place to be, a great community. Follow me on Twitter. That's the best place to get updates on the channel, on me, on my life, on just everything when I'm going live on Twitch. And of course, follow the Twitch so you guys know when I'm going live stream. I should be going live later today with some gameplay, but we'll see when you guys are seeing this later today, of course, on Tuesday. So anyway, thanks again so much for watching, guys. Appreciate it, and see you in the next one. Peace out.